Hello. All right. All right. We're getting right into it. There's not really an agenda tonight. We're just gonna be asking people very simple questions. No criteria. You don't have to be in a classroom or in uniform. So. I'm letting it ease in here. I think I jumped in a little too fast. There's no particular agenda for tonight's stream. We're just going to be asking people some very simple questions, and we'll see what we get. We'll see who we run into, and we'll hope for the best. Hopefully we can pull a couple folks out of there. These trenches are getting worse, that's for sure. The trenches are getting worse. All right. I am going to try getting back into it here. Not as many skips tonight as yesterday afternoon. Bear with me. Bear, you can come in here. Bear's in here. I'm getting logged in. All right. Let's see how we do. Let's see who we run into. Hopefully it'll run a little better this time. I'll give it a second for it all to load. I won't. We'll let her throttle down there, right? There's just no way it can stay at 100%. I'm moving. Yeah, there we go. It's going down. This is, we're learning on the absolute base level technology that we could possibly be doing this on. This is barely passing as far as streaming equipment goes. But won't stop me. What's up, man? Can I ask you a question?
Bug it.
Does your body belong to you? Yes or no?
Yup.
It does. All right, cool.
Yup.
All right. That guy didn't seem You seem tired. What's going on, man? Whoa. Can I ask you a question?
Yep.
Where do rights come from? Like human rights?
Autonomy.
All right. Yeah, good. Yeah, you got it. You answered correctly. Congratulations. You win 10 points.
Do I? What? Fuck yeah. Yeah, I'm college educated.
No, all right. You're wearing glasses. You know, you got a headset in. You're not there sitting there waving money around at the camera. So here's what you've won. You have won a link to a website where you can further educate yourself and maybe even get some stuff that you didn't get in college as well. Oh, wow. Wow. Why wouldn't you want that if you're that smart? Oh, well. He already knew that part, so I mean, hey. Maybe he doesn't need to talk to me, you know? Sometimes there's that, but all right, this might not be a legitimate stream. This may not end up being a legitimate stream. What is that?
Do that if I find out some TV on the show.
I don't know. Can I ask you a question? We're looking for verbal people that respond and engage. I guess that's tonight's criteria. Hey, can I ask you a question? No. Hey, can I ask you a question? What's going on? Do I need to tone it down? It might be... Hey, can I ask you a question, man?
What's good, bro?
Tonight might not be a legitimate stream. I mean, out of the last stream, there was like one little nugget of gold, and we got a National Socialist to not know the definition of socialism. Hey, can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah, what's up?
Does your body belong to you?
No.
No.
No, like it's attached to our soul, but like if you're talking about like our soul, then no, it doesn't belong to us really.
But like while we're here on Earth, like in the spirit is in this vessel, do we have the right to choose what to do with that vessel, or does someone else have that right?
No, I guess I want to change my answer. Yeah, I guess we do have that right to choose because we have free will.
So then, did I just change your mind? Like, our bodies belong to us, right?
Yeah, I would say that. Honestly, yeah.
Okay, all right. That's fair. That was surprisingly easy. You must be pretty smart. So let me ask you this next question. Where do rights come from? Like, human rights?
I don't even know how to answer that. Like, if you're talking about like, I don't know. I instantly think about like politics and stuff like that. Like, is like food and water and housing the right, which I do believe in.
But politics don't generate those things. wouldn't you say that like nature kind of provides those things abundantly? Like food and
Yeah, I would say. Yeah, I
you
would
can
say so.
build
Yes.
shelter out of trees and even
Okay, now I see where you're going. Yeah.
so okay. I mean, couldn't you say technically, like, I don't want to use the word God, but like rights come from like an underlying force of all creation?
Yeah, I would say that.
Okay. These are very simple questions, and you'd be surprised how many people aren't able to answer them so gracefully. I mean, it makes sense, the things that are being said. So, would you be interested in learning more about this stuff? Like how human freedom is generated and how to potentially make the world a safer, not even safer, but like more free place.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, what's your like motive behind this? Like, is it like
So,
spirituality or is it like politically?
it, it's neither. It's really just truth. I aim to spread truth.
Mhm.
Politics are kind of part of the lie. Um, you know, spirituality definitely lands people in a dead end cul-de-sac sometimes because it doesn't lead to any action. It doesn't lead to a lot of
Absolutely.
things. Not that I don't believe that there's good things you can take out of that spirituality. Not politics, but
Yeah.
so okay. Let me shoot you something over here. This is a website. You might like it. You might not. Check it out. Check out the podcast section. Don't believe anything that you see on there. Just kind of take it in and come to your own conclusions. You know, the worst thing you can do in this life
Okay.
is believe what anybody says.
That's right.
Cool, man. All right. Well, you have a good one. And stay off of social media. Stop using AI and read more books.
Yep.
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 All right. That's the truth, man. Thank
That
you.
is the truth. Check out this book too, or just check out Tavistock Institute. You might find some interesting things about social engineering and
Okay.
how, we're all affected by that. It's a very short book. It's a really cool book. I think you'll love it. Have a great night. There you go. I'm running on not my best dynamic here. I'm not doing my best. I did find the septic tank, so that's a great weight off of my shoulders, but I am definitely a little out of it this evening. What's up, man? Oh, he's muted. I can't hear you.
It was just fine.
Hey! What's going on?
Hi. Nothing.
Would you be interested in answering a few questions?
Sure.
All right. The first one's really easy. Does your body belong to you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be correct. It does. Okay, so next question. Where do you think human rights come from?
Like, in what?
In what sense?
Like the right to do something that doesn't harm another being? Where does that come from?
Free will.
Free will? Yeah.
Morals.
Morals, yeah. Those two things combined, I'd argue, is what creates that in a way. Do you believe something can be right for me and wrong for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, what's an example of that?
Well, it depends on like yourself, like your morals. Somebody else's morals might be different than somebody else's. But
Yeah.
also, like, I can't say certain words, but she
Well,
can.
When I
I can't say sir.
Well, that's not necessarily true, because, like, you guys could say those words, and it wouldn't be harming you or anyone else. If you just said that word, whatever word it is that you're thinking of when you say that, the word itself is not capable of harming anyone. Would
Well,
you
not
agree?
physically harming.
But I don't think it could physically harm somebody, but I think emotionally it could harm someone.
So what do you think the repercussion should be for emotionally harming someone? Like jail, or
Well,
like not that crazy?
it depends on what like emotional abuse or like something like that to a child, like probably jail.
Oh, to a
but
child,
just saying,
absolutely. Saying verbally abusive stuff to a child, I think that might fall into a different threshold because it could damage like their psyche and their development. But even then, I mean, I've had bad things said to me when I was young, and you know, I can't say my life was ruined by it, or even affected by it at all.
I guess it depends on the extent of what's going on.
Well, certain things people say can lead to trauma, and it affects people in the long term.
Sure, but wouldn't you agree that like maybe a physical response to like a sound vibration might be overkill? You know what I mean?
What's the point of these questions?
Well, I'm just trying to get a gauge of where people are with these dynamics. Like, do you believe there's an objective difference between right and wrong, or do you think it's subjective, like it depends on the person?
I think it depends on the person.
It depends on, the
How
person.
But also there are like laws.
Well, how so? How so?
How
Like,
so?
who is it okay for someone to like be a murderer? Like, is it okay for anybody to be a murderer, like not in self-defense?
No, well that's why I said there's like
Yeah, it
laws
depends on
too.
the person too.
Like
Okay.
out of the law, it just depends on the person.
And so, okay, when you say law, do you mean like written laws, like the government and like police enforce them?
Yeah.
Okay. And so, I guess the point I'm trying to get at is like there are laws higher than the police laws. Like a lot of the police laws that are written into place by lawmakers are completely immoral. And the things that they write into law are completely immoral. Like say, for example, I don't have car insurance or registration. Am I hurting anybody? If I
No.
drive around without
Well, it
car
depends on what you
insurance or
do.
registration, does that hurt anybody?
No, unless you hit someone
Unless you
and then
hit
you don't
someone.
have insurance. And the
Say
other
I don't
person
hit
has to pay.
anybody. Say I'm a very responsible driver. I don't have an accident in my entire life, which I know is, maybe not realistic, but just saying, if that were the case, would it be wrong to not pay for insurance or registration?
I feel like it also depends on your reasoning for not paying for insurance.
Well, could you elaborate on that?
Like, some people can't pay for insurance because they can't afford it. Some people don't pay for insurance because they don't want to,
Okay. And so,
and they have
like,
money.
so the person who doesn't pay for it, who has money that doesn't want to, would you say that they're a bad person?
No, I wouldn't say they're a bad person. I would just
Okay.
say they're doing.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, here yeah, I mean, that was a slow one. Holy shit, are you okay, man? I don't think that guy was alright. I don't know if I'm gonna...
Ovde je došao, brate, preko drugara i on...
Hello! Yeah. Tonight's line of questioning, it's a little too simple. I'm trying to find like the good balance point, cause like you can't just hey, how's it you can't just jump in being like in your own best words define a cult. Hey, in your own best words, could you define a cult?
KKK.
Yeah, see? I just wanted to prove that.
He's not understanding. Fucking does to see.
Maybe I gotta start wearing a suit and tie on here, or I like at least more props, like a bamboo hat that they wear in China. That would definitely get people to stop and be like, hold on a second. Now, hold on a second. You're reading a book, dude. You're reading a book. That's what I'm on here to talk about. So check this book out, dude. If you're a reader, you might want to try to get your hands on a copy of this. It's a collector's item.
I only read books that are in Latin.
Yeah, this is a very enlightening book. This is a very...
No.
I wouldn't be showing it to you. No, it's not. Okay, so
No,
I guess
not.
I'll just leave you with this. Condemnation of information prior to examination is the
How
epitome
about instead
of
of
all
bragging
ignorance.
about a book?
Nah, I don't want to hear it. You're a condemnator of information. I was curious what he was reading, but it's more important that we show him that cover. Maybe not. Maybe not. I got to be a little more. Draw him in. What are you reading there, sir? Yeah, that would have been a much better opening. We're learning, folks. We're learning. Maybe I gotta be facing directly towards the camera. That might help, but then you can't see the books. Are we in a hospital bed? Holy shit. Hope they're alright. Yeah, this might just be like a dud kind of throwaway stream. I don't know if we'll... I don't know. They can't all be zingers. Hey, maybe none of them will be zingers. That's kind of the nature of this. None shall be zinger. Just, like, yeah, I feel like I gotta have, like, a 2-hour stream to get, like, one good, like, 2-minute clip. Just to get one decent one, but we're ironing out. How's it going, man?
Good, bro.
So let me ask you some questions, if that's all right with you.
Yeah.
So, like, where would you say you fall on the political spectrum? Or, like, do you not believe in
Political
any of it?
spectrum? I'm fucking Nazi, dude. I don't give a fuck about that shit.
Are you legitimately, like, a National Socialist?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So I definitely have some cool questions for you then. So question number one, in as few words as possible, could you define the difference between socialism and communism?
Well, a communist is someone that's trying to take over your domain, basically.
Well,
like the guy up in New
argue
York.
that's what, like, fascism is, too?
I could say that, honestly.
Okay. So there's some similarities here. But, okay, like, I guess, what is the definition of socialism, since being you are a National Socialist?
Socialism? I have to think that I'm kind of fucked right now.
No, that's okay. I mean, because the only reason I ask is because, like, it's kind of, the ideology you're a part of, like a lot of people think it's a cult, and a lot of people think it's very extreme, and like, so, like, because you've gone behind this ideology. You say you're a Nazi. Don't you think it's fair that you'd know the definition of socialism?
It would be fair, but
Okay,
I don't study. I don't study into that stuff. That's the thing.
you just
Like, if
kind
I
of
wanted to
you
really
just
look
like
into it,
saying the N word and it's all the Jews, right? That's kind of your thing.
exactly. That's all I.
Exactly. Okay,
That's
so
my thing,
maybe
dude.
you're not necessarily a national socialist. You might be though, but let me give you the definition of socialism. Since you are a national
Go
socialist, I
ahead.
think it's important you understand. So, socialism is when the means of production and distribution are controlled entirely by the state. So it's basically like communism, but just on a national level. It's the same thing.
Absolutely.
But don't Nazis hate communists?
That's why. Do you think I like that guy up in New York?
The guy in New York. No. I'm talking about the ideologies here. Like, because if you look at it, all throughout history, like Hitler hated the commies, Hitler hated Marxism. You know what I mean? Let's say hypothetically Hitler had overtly won the war and the Nazis didn't have to go underground with like paperclip and the rat lines and stuff like that, right? Let's say he had overtly won the war. What happens with the economic system? Who's going to be in charge of like the banking system? Are we still sticking to the same economic structure, or are we going to go under corporate fascism? Because that's kind of what we have here in the United States now.
I think that'd be the same difference if we want to. If he won, we probably would have that the fascism.
It would be very similar to what we have now, wouldn't you agree? If Hitler had overtly won the war.
Oh yeah.
All right, well, maybe you're not as much of a National Socialist as you think. I mean, if you're able to say that and not get all defensive and angry, maybe you just like saying the N-word, you know? Like, I'd argue that's
Yeah.
better than being a National Socialist.
I do say the N word though because, get me wrong, I get it's bad, 100%. I get it's bad, but it's like people need to know that when they use that word back in the day, nowadays, back in the day it was bad, but nowadays people just say it to be an asshole. But it's
Sure.
like I say it because I think it's necessary to call somebody that if they're acting that way, because that word meant ignorant back in the day.
And so here's my thing, right? Look, like, yes, people act very ignorant, and sometimes it's impossible to, like, actually have a conversation with people that are ignorant. However, you'd agree there are several white people that are equally as retarded.
Absolutely.
And
I 100% agree
and
too.
would absolutely, are capable of all these things that National Socialists say they hate. So here's my advice to you. Maybe reconsider being a Nazi. Check out a documentary called Two Masks, One Face, or a lecture, I should say. I'm going to put it in the chat here. Two Masks, Same Face, Mark Passio. He really explains how communism and fascism lead us to dog shit. So, this has been a pleasant conversation.
Absolutely, dude. Glad
Reconsider
you're
using
here.
the N-word, because it's only going to create more division. And, like, as long as we have division, then we're fucked. Division of politics, division of race, commies versus Nazis. It's all just feeding up the pipeline of the international kind of banking systems.
Now, before I go, what is your political party?
So I'm a full-blown anarchist. I believe all forms of government are slavery, and we need to look
Yeah.
and be autonomous. We need to be aligned with morality, because we'll never be free as long as we're not aligned with morality. As morality increases in a society, meaning we objectively know the difference between right and wrong and we behave that way, then freedom increases. If people were just morally aligned, we wouldn't need dictatorships. We wouldn't need police. We wouldn't need jails, prisons. We wouldn't need laws. Does it make
I agree.
sense?
It does.
Okay.
It makes a lot of sense.
Well, dude, guess what? I have some fucking profound news for you. You are not a National Socialist. You actually might be potentially a voluntarist or anarchist, whatever you want to call it. So, something to consider.
I agree.
Go on.
But I agree that this nowadays our government is fucked. It doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or a Republican.
Yeah.
Both parties are bad.
Sure.
Trump is not doing anything. He keeps saying he's doing something, but he's not. Biden did not do a single thing. So what the fuck are we doing?
Well, we are running on the entails of a business plan, basically, and we're about to enter the new phases of the business plan, which are not going to be pretty. There's going to be a lot more AI, there's going to be a lot less food, and there's going to be a lot less freedom unless we encourage others to understand the objective difference between right and wrong and start acting accordingly very quickly. Because otherwise we are, well, I mean, at this point, I think the train is going to slam into the wall, but I'm still doing this in hopes that maybe it'll be less painful. Are you eating mushrooms?
What's up, dude? Because I'm not eating mushrooms. I wish. I've done mushrooms my whole life, but I'm eating these nuts, like actually these nuts.
Okay, I've never heard of them. That's a funny brand.
Barbecue, Southern barbecue, awesome by the way.
I guess
But
I can't say
if I was,
I want to try these nuts. That sounds weird. But
it's not. Yeah, it's called these nuts, literally.
all right, what else you got for me? Because guess what? You're not a Nazi. Maybe you saw one too many Gypsy Crusader episodes, and he's a bright guy. He makes some good points, but it's blanketed in hate, which is the problem. That's not going to accomplish anything.
I follow the guys on around that do the Goyim TV.
Right, Cookie Monster and that whole network. Sure. I mean, do you think that's helpful? Do you think guys like that are?
It's like you're going on a website that people can't access freely. You have to make an account. You have to make sure you don't get caught by the government. It's like you guys aren't doing anything for this, but preaching it on an online app, and it's not doing anything for the people that truly need to hear that.
Well, here's what I've noticed, right? When you start talking about really anything, really, once you get like a certain stream of thought rolling, it's easier for you to become a content creator and get kind of looped into that echo chamber. And once you're deep enough ensnared into that echo chamber, it's very difficult to get out. Especially with things that are like based in supremacy, you know, and superiority and stuff like that.
Right.
So that's why I'm coming on here trying to preach the exact opposite. Like, no one is superior to other. You know what I mean? Like, we have differences, but like, no one is truly superior to others. So, anyways, this is getting too hippy-dippy for me. I got to move on. This has been a good conversation, though. Thanks, man, for your time.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Glad to see you.
Hey, whatonearthishappening.com. Get after it. Go on the podcast section. Read more books. Stop using social media. And don't ever use AI again. God bless.
AI, I never used it.
All right, God bless you.
God bless.
All right, that was pretty cool. Right as you're about to give up, right? That's what they say.
What's up, dude?
Oh, not much, man. I'm coming on
How's
here.
life?
Life is good. Life is good.
Oh,
Life is always
good to hear.
improving. How's life for you?
That's good. Pretty good. I can't complain, to be
Now,
honest.
The state of the world, not so good. Shit.
Let's talk about the economic. What the fuck does he say? Fuck. Global economic state of the world right now. Can we talk about the global economic
let's
state
not
of the
even
world
get
right
into
now?
the economics. What do you think? What do you think is the root cause, the root causal factor of all the problems in the world? What do you think that might be?
I know it's hard to say one thing because I feel like that's too broad of a question to say one thing.
Would you believe me if it was one thing?
I mean, no.
Okay. Well, can I try to convince you?
What books? What is that you have there?
These are some books in the background. This isn't the one thing, but part of the problem is that people don't read enough books.
Death by government. Why do you the?
So I'm here.
Why do you have a conspiracy? Okay,
So this is called the
blackmail.
Milner-Fabian conspiracy. Do you like to read books?
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I heard about this book. Yeah,
You've heard of? Are you serious?
I've seen it come up once or twice
What have
on
you
my
heard
reels.
about it?
I don't remember exactly, but I definitely remember the name.
Well, I'll tell you this. It's a very eye-opening book. It's very revealing. All the footnotes.
I wouldn't believe everything you read, to be honest.
I don't believe everything I read. Absolutely not. No. No. You got to be incredulous. Do you know what that word means? Incredulous?
Well, I can't say I do.
So
but
it
I
means,
could use the context. I could take the context clues and figure it out.
yeah. You know, you have to be a little bit skeptical, maybe questioning. You
Yeah.
know, but because I have a big library, and I'm just holding up these 4 books, and this is one of those books with kind of a lot of footnotes, and it leads you to
Okay.
other books that where the people they're talking about in his book,
Who-
it's
So who are they talking
their own
about?
writings. Talking about a lot of
So
old money families, Alfred Milner, you know, Rothschild, the Fabian Society, Rockefellers, capitalists, socialists, fascists, you name it. They're all in here. Jews, you know, you name it.
So the Christians, the Muslims, the Hindus, the Buddhists, they're all in
You
there.
better believe it. You better believe it. They are all in here in one
So
capacity or another.
everyone's in there.
Well, it's
So everyone's
people
in
from
there.
all walks of life. Not everyone. All right. That's okay. That guy was too smart for me. He already knew about the book. That guy was too... Everybody's in there. That's right. Everybody's in the book. David Bowie is in the
You read
Milner
books?
Fabian conspiracy.
What books you got?
These are good books. These are some of those books that are you might not come across, really. If you're lucky, you might have heard of some of these books. This is a big book, Milner Fabian Conspiracy. I recommend that. You go on archive.org, or you just go, you type it, I'll type it in for you. Hold on. You just copy this into a browser. And what you're going to do is hit enter, hit the search bar, and it will bring you to archive.org. And that's not the only book you can find on archive.org. There are hosts, loads of other books you can find on there. I'm mentioning this book in particular because it is very good. It's a hard book to read and say, "Oh, I don't believe a word that author says." At any rate, do you like reading books?
I'll check this shit out, brother. Yeah.
Okay. I'd something. Oh, hey, what's going on? Oh, another National Socialist that didn't know what socialism meant. We almost had him. Maybe that's what will be the show. What's going on, man? Some kind of dab apparatus there? All right, no shirts. That was the rule. I said that on yesterday's stream. No. That was a good... Hey, how's it going, man? He looked like JP Awakens. He looked like that guy's channel. The ginger guy with the gray beard. He kind of looked like him. Oh, we're hooping. Bowling. Moving on.
It's too fat.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm just coming on here asking folks some real simple questions. So question number 1. does your body belong to you?
Duh. Who would it belong to?
Well, you'd be surprised. Some people say no. Some people don't think their body belongs to them. I don't know. Some people believe it belongs to something else, like the police or whatever, the lawmakers, stuff like that. But you know, all right. So you answered that one very accurately. Thank you. So the next question would be, what do you think is the biggest problem that Earth is faced with right now? The one biggest problem.
The biggest problem. I don't know.
Okay, well let me ask you this. Where do you think human rights come from? Like how do I have the right to not hurt other people? Where does that come from?
Bro, I barely pay attention to school. Why are you asking me this?
Well, that might actually prove to be in your benefit when you grow older. If you're not going to pay attention in school, because a lot of school is kind of designed to make you think in a very specific way and behave in a very specific way. If you're not going to pay attention in school, you should read more books and you should use less social media.
Oh, baby, I can't read.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You really can't read?
No.
What the fuck? You should. Can I talk to your parents, please? Can I please speak to your parents?
Why?
Because you don't know how to read, and
For
that's
what?
unacceptable. And I want to speak with them and let them know that they've done a terrible job raising another human being.
Well, they didn't because I'm dyslexic. I'm autistic. Like, I
Okay,
can read, but I can't read.
I mean, I'm dyslexic. I was very dyslexic
Okay.
when I was younger. Something that helped my dyslexia was reading more books. It is difficult at first. It's a bit of a challenge. But if you force yourself through it and you have the willpower, it is worth it. There's so many incredible benefits to
I'm not
reading.
interested in books. Like, there's
Okay.
literally no books that
Well,
are interesting.
tell your parents then to maybe consider reading more books, and then maybe they can convince you after they've seen some of the benefits of reading. Do your parents read? All right. You don't know how to read? She must have been 16 years old. That's unacceptable. I never ever thought we would run into someone actually illiterate. Maybe she was lying. That's crazy. Do you know how to read? No.
Fucking penis. I'm gonna lose kids. I promise. I want kids. I want kids in the future.
Do you have like a type of learning disability or anything like that?
Yeah, I have a 504 plan, man.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Do you own your body? All right, I think this guy's jerking off right now. Like, not even. I thought he was kidding at first. Hi. Hey, whoa. I think I'm gonna call it. I've gotten 2 clips out of this stream. I got yet another National Socialist clip. Hey, how's it going, miss? How are you? Okay. Can I ask you a question, sir?
What's up, bro?
Where do human rights come from?
Don't know.
If you had to take a guess.
Take a guess. I mean, I can see you in your books, bro. You know, I know you know all about this. Let's see. Where does what come from?
Like our rights to express ourselves in the ways that are, not harmful.
Don't it got something to do with
like God?
Constitution?
No, not the Constitution. I'm sorry. That is a man-made, scribbled piece of paper. I'm not saying I disagree with everything on it, but unfortunately, some of the stuff on the Constitution is redundant. Like for example, the
Right.
Second Amendment. Like wouldn't you say it goes?
Oh, I know what you mean.
It kind of goes without saying we
Yeah,
have
I
the
know.
right to defend ourselves, right?
No, I know what you mean. Like some of it, like they say, but like
It's like, why'd
there's
you
stuff
even need to write
otherwise.
that down? Like, obviously, I should
Right,
be
right,
able to
right, right.
protect myself or say whatever I want, you know?
Of course.
So here's the answer for you. Human rights come from like God or the universe or like whatever you want to call it, the underlying force of all creation. You know, a lot of people call it a lot of different things.
Right.
But check out this website. It's called whatonearthishappening.com. You might take some positive information in from there. Don't believe anything you hear on there. Take it in. Come to your own conclusions. Have a good night. Rapid fire. Who knows if he'll check it out? No. Some people you can just tell. They are on here so you can compliment their makeup or something like that. Hey, what's up, dude?
What's up, Brody?
So I'm coming on here. I'm asking people some questions. You look like you might already know the answer, but I'm going to ask it anyway. So where do you think human rights come from?
Human rights come from?
Yeah, like where do I get the right to express myself in a way that's not harmful? Where do I get off, you know? What gives me the right to do that?
Are you talking about the Constitution?
That's what the last guy said, and you are close, but unfortunately that's incorrect, because the Constitution is just another set of scribbled words that some dude wrote down. Not to say that I don't agree with some of the things written in the Constitution.
But I mean, they are stuff that you got to abide by. It's not like you can just not. Whatever you're about to say, it's not like you can't exclude this. You know what I mean?
Well, no, exactly. And so, wouldn't you agree that
So,
it makes
it's not wrong.
But don't you agree it makes it redundant? It's not wrong, but don't you think it's redundant that we had to write down somewhere that we have the right to
Well,
defend ourselves?
no matter what, the Constitution, they're just rewriting it at this point. They're fucking making whatever they want out of it.
Well, exactly, and the
The,
reason
con-
that
the Constitution has been the same, but they go against their own Constitution. You know what I mean?
No,
they like find a middle in between the Constitution and be like, okay, well, they didn't say this exactly. You know what I mean?
And so I think we have more common ground here than you might realize, because like, yes, I agree with the Constitution. I don't think that everything in it is wrong. I don't think a lot of the things written in it are wrong. There's some I change, but at any rate, wouldn't you agree that because we don't understand these things objectively without them having to be written down by some authority figure, like if everyone understood all together the objective difference between right and wrong, wouldn't you agree that it would be kind of stupid and pointless to even write down the Constitution?
You know what I want to know? Hold up, because like, of course, yes, the Constitution I feel like is the basis. That's just like the basis, and then there's other like rules around it. But like, what is your fight here? I want to like know what you're trying.
Well, so all I'm trying to explain
to get
here
at.
is that like our rights.
Because I mean, in the same sense, like violence and crime is not the problem.
Well, hear me out. I mean, all I'm trying to get across here, it's very simple. Human rights cannot be generated by other human beings. They come from like nature or like God or the universe or whatever you want to call it. It's not something that we get to decide. The second that
I
people take truth as
So I totally
authority
understand it.
and not authority as truth, then we will be saved. We will no longer be a slave species.
So you're talking about God.
I'm not necessarily like in maybe the same way you're
Wait,
thinking. I'm just thinking
listen.
about the underlying force that created.
Religion is a receding factor of scientific, you know what I mean, scientific what the fuck am I trying to say?
Well,
discoveries.
Well, wouldn't you agree that scientism and like atheism are kind of religions too? Like a lot of people just kind of worship the articles that say like scientists say if you don't chop your dick off,
And
you're
people,
still a woman.
that's the thing.
You know?
That's why y'all are the problem, because we don't make this shit a fucking religion, bro. I just believe in science. Well, it's not even I believe in science. I just like science, and I can get behind the facts that they're fucking throwing out. You understand? Just because science, if science wasn't in the world, like real science, bro, dead ass, like real science,
right?
Then what would we believe? What would we make in anything? You know what I mean? Science is real. Science.
I'm not going to argue that. There's truth in both camps, you know? Like the scientific advancements that we've made have brought us a long way.
Everything that science keeps on breaking out and saying, it's like, well, like I said, religion is like a receding factor, because a receding factor to the scientific ignorance. You know what I mean?
Sure. I mean, so look, I want to leave you with this because we've had a good conversation. I could tell off the bat it might lead to a semi-decent conversation here. I'm just going to leave you with a website. This is what I do for everybody that I talk to practically. Be incredulous about this website. Go to the podcast section. Don't believe a word he says. Yeah. I think I'm done.
Since you left me, I lost a part of me. Try to forget you, I won't take it again.
We were able to not even, like, we didn't even embarrass that National Socialist. We, like, kind of helped him understand maybe he's not a National Socialist. Maybe you're an anarchist, bud. Holy crap.
Try to forget you, if it takes the end of I said my word, I said my word, I said my word, it's upside down, I'm leaving forever.